So this is the file here that you would have downloaded, and when you click on that you can see over here it says that it's a document, which means that when you try and do something with it, the default behavior is to open it as a text file. And if I do that on purpose, where you can see the default application is text edit. So if I open it with that, you just get this bunch of rubbish that you've already seen, and that's because it's not a text file, it's a program, so it has to be run as a program, so we don't want text edit. So we have to change some attributes of this file. Now on Linux and Windows it's quite easy, you just right click on the file, and then in this get info, or the equivalent on Windows and Linux, you can just check a checkbox there, so it's quite easy. But Mac likes to make everything difficult, so the way we have to do it on Mac is to start up a terminal window, and I have that in my what do you call it, dock at the bottom, because I use it quite often. But if you don't have it there, you'll find it in the screen where you start all the other programs. Hold on a minute. It's actually in, how do I go back? Oh yeah. So it's a little bit slow because I'm accessing my Mac over the network. But anyway, you should have a screen like this, I think, where you start up all your other programs. And it's either in Utilities or... Wow, this is really slow. Where is it? Other? It's probably in Utilities on your computer. I've changed it around a little bit, so now I've lost it. Oh, okay, I put it in this other folder here. Anyway, so it's this thing called terminal that you want. So figure out wherever that is and just run that, which I think you already did, if I remember. And that will start up a thing. You should see terminal in the top to show you what program you're running. And your terminal may not be green like this. I think I changed mine to be green and transparent, so yours might just be black and white if you've never used it before. And then put this window over here so that you can drag and drop onto it. Wow, it's really slow. And then in this window here you can just type stuff like that, right? And obviously that's not a proper command, but we want to type change, I'm not sure what this stands for, change modifications or something. Anyway, chmod and then +x, and then leave a space after the +x, and then drag and drop the file that you downloaded onto the terminal window like this. Oh, it's quite slow. Anyway, when you drop this on here, it should fill in the full path of that file, so you don't have to actually type it, because it's kind of a pain in the ass if you have to type all of that. And then just hit enter to execute that, and you should see in the background this file, the icon will change to something else. So now if I just go back to Finder and I look at this file, now it says it's a Unix executable file. So that means when I try and do something with this, it's actually going to run it as a program. So now if you right click on there and open it, this is probably going to be, oh, that was quite fast. Okay, so you should see a window like this, and it doesn't quite fit on my screen because I'm viewing over my remote connection, but oh, actually speed is not too bad here. But basically, yeah, if at this point this is all I wanted to check, just to see if it was going to run at all. This is the screen that you should be seeing. And if you don't have a gamepad, or you don't have a connection to connect up your Tyrannus to your computer somehow via USB, this is about all you can do. But that's okay, I just wanted to see that it runs. Now if you don't see this, you may see something else saying that you don't have X11 Windows system capability or something. So if you look at the top here, this is actually running inside another thing called X11, and this lets Mac run Linux type programs. So if I quit out of that, it will shut down my program as well. just take us back to this stuff. Quit terminal 2. But if I just go back to my list of things that I have installed on my Mac here, we'll see one. Oh, it's really slow to do this transparent thing. But there was one here called X-Quartz, I think it was called. Yeah, so this thing here called X-Quartz, that is what enabled me to run this program, because I wrote this program for Linux and it wouldn't normally run on a Mac, but this thing called X-Quartz, oops, which I just accidentally clicked on, that lets you run Linux type programs. So if you don't have that, you're probably not going to be able to run it immediately, but this is the thing that I gave you a link for yesterday that you might have to install. This, you'll see this page and you'll need to download and install that thing, and then if you try again after that, it should run. I can't think of any other problems that you might have, but anyway, that's what I can foresee at the moment, so give that a try. Thanks.